Hey, everyone.
Wow, man, player of the month. Well deserved, MP. How does it feel?
Man, it feels great to put on the show for the fans. Give them something to be proud of, something to tweet about. Man, life already hard, so anything I can do to brighten someone's day, I'm all for it.
Have you been hearing from friends and family, maybe other people coming out of the woodwork after news broke that you won the award?
Oh, yeah. I've been getting calls, texts, some DMs.
Oh, man, I am not touching that one.
Hey, look, everyone's real happy for me, and that's what it's all about. Look, I love my people, I love my fans, and so it's all love. It's great. All right, no more questions? Thank you.
Busy night in Philadelphia. An incredible skyline in the distance. A tremendous city. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA George and Kawhi on the perimeter. Then it's Jackson. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Tiny in at the 5. And for the 76ers, Shake Milton out there with Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Simmons in at the power forward position. And a new rookie class to watch here early in the season, Grant. How long should we wait to evaluate a rookie's play, you think?
Well, B.A., I think you have to give them a pass their whole first year. It just takes a minute to adjust and acclimate, and a lot depends on the age of the rookie as well.
Simmons with it. Jackson in his pocket. And they double up Simmons. Pass to Harris. Here's Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. Over Covington. The rebound by Duncan. Jackson outside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Oh, and Jackson is very gifted at finishing through aggressive defense. Just a master at controlling his body.
Harris outside. Outside Milton. Harris outside. The 3. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
George against Milton. George with the bucket.
All George.
George has gotten his second bucket on the night.
3 out of 3. Perfect start. Let's see how long they can ride this wave.
The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. He can't hit that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling. And everyone knows what an elite defender Kawhi Leonard is. I mean, he's a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he can still shape games with his defense.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Here's Duncan. Embiid covers. To the paint. Kicks it to George. Milton with a steal. Here's Maxey. Embiid with it. An easy 2 on the layup. And with Leonard, he's just as sharp as ever with his stifling defense.
Oh, his versatility is incredible. I mean, he can guard the toughest forward or guard each game, and he still has the energy to go out there and get numbers on the offensive end as well.
And the Clippers with the ball. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. And again, no good by the Clippers. And Maxey, here we go. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, it's been an unusual role for him to get there. As a team, he was discovered at a basketball camp while living in Cameroon. He hadn't even really played the game.
And a new group getting ready for the Sixers. Portis, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Thibault comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz is checked in for Milton. And it's Riller in for Maxey.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
And Embiid's dad wanted him to play pro volleyball.
Yeah, no doubt. He probably would have excelled at that too, but he pursued his dream of playing in the NBA, and now he's dominant.
Inside, Embiid. From down in the low post, it goes. Embiid's got 6 points.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, it's all over.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Sixers. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Jackson outside. Pass to George. Here's Covington. Over Harris. Covington, no good. And so in the game for the Clippers, Jackson and George, they're manning the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard out there with Robert Covington. And it's Tiny in at the center position.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Thanks. Well, Tiny in their last game against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He dropped 23 points and was a constant presence on the board. He was focused, very productive. The team leaned on him all night. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
Here's Simmons, following the score by the Clippers. Here's Maxey. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. No good that time. Good D by Covington.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Portis outside. Hoop poked away. Jackson down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Jackson's got his second bucket on the night.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Harris outside. Down low. 1:36 left in the second period. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Jackson down low. No good with a layup.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Here's Maxey, defended by Jackson. The Sixers again can't hit. The Clippers in the lead. 1:06 left in the second. A nice shot by Duncan.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy. Fun game to watch. I mean, two teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
The Clippers making a switch here. Zubats, he's checked in for Covington. Mann comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Johnson in for Jackson. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Well, they've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage looks.
I also like what they've done on the fast break in their first half tonight. They're taking it to them.
And the 76ers making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Here's Duncan. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, because of Whiteside
trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Marcus Morris making an impact in this one.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Ben Simmons is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Shake Milton. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's needed to rebound at a high level.
Well, I mean, first thing people talk about is size, but look at Russell Westbrook. I mean, he has the instincts, the toughness, the want to. Any great rebounder, you have to share those traits. and terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Harris outside to the middle. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Apparently, he didn't appreciate giving up points.
I mean, just throws it down right in the man's face.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Pass to Maxey. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Leonard on the wing. Here's Duncan, covered by Milton. A nice shot by Duncan. 16 points for him.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Milton against George. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And asked about his qualities as a player, Simmons once said, getting the rebound and going, that's probably the most fluid part of my game.
Yeah, that's when he looks like Magic Johnson, going end to end, using his size and straight line speed to full effect.
Hey, and the apple not falling far from the tree, Simmons' dad was a legendary player in Australia.
And that's where Simmons says he really learned the value of team ball. At age 15, he played in a world championship there. Just invaluable to his early development.
Here's Maxey, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Pass to Embiid. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
Jackson attacking. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Oh, man, what amazing speed and body control by Jackson. Once he penetrates inside, he's searching for the foul on his shot.
Portis, he's checked in for the Sixers. This Sixers squad is struggling. Pass to Simmons. Oh, there's the alley! And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Demonstrating how fast he is. Simmons enjoys going up to hammer home that alley-oop.
Here's Duncan, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And then Portis with the dunk.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Duncan. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, I love to see how Jackson runs the offense, keeping his eyes moving so he can set up his guys with the pass.
On the wing, Milton to the inside. And it's Portis. That time on the assist by Milton. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
George outside. Pass to Duncan. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 22.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Outside Simmons. And he's going for the lob. He's off on that one. And Los Angeles the other way now. Well, they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. And that'll mark the end of this 5-game road trip. Leonard for 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight. A minute 4 left in the third. Milton against Covington. Left side Milton. Clock at 6. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George outside. Pass to Leonard. Inside. Duncan. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
Looking to end the run. And then Portis with the dunk.
He may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
And he makes it. And the Clippers lead by 20.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the three ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Portis gets the bucket.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Down low. Here's Duncan. Lays it up and banks it in.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
The 76ers have gotten 7 of their 9 shots to fall. Quality shooting in the second half. And here's Harris. Over Leonard. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Ivica Zubac. Bruce Brown is out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Marcus Morris, and it's Tiny in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They get it back.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He is the story for them offensively, and a big reason why they're ahead.
Here's Duncan, and he banks in the layup. He's got 32 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
Another thing, they've not only caused a bunch of turnovers tonight, they've turned most of them into points.
Here's Embiid. That one a little long.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. And that one's good, man.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Here's Riller. Pass to Thibault. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. The Sixers again can't hit. The Clippers have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. To the paint. Stolen by Whiteside. Here's Riller. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Knocks it down from distance. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Clippers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
Yeah, if you're Whiteside, that's how you do it. You come out, you bust your tail, you compete at a high level.
Here's Duncan, defended by Whiteside. A nice shot by Duncan.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Harris passes to Whiteside. Here's Riller. Harris up top. To the inside. Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Here's Springer. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team
Weber and Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We appreciate you.
Chicago, Illinois, the location for the Clippers. Shooting and defense will be on display. The wing pair of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George put their team up. It's Ball and Levine. Cook out there at the Rosen. And it's Zeller in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Steve, after a tiny lull and adding superstar talent to the league, we're now seeing guys like Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum and Zion Williamson and John Morant make their presence felt.
Kevin, all potential future MVPs, and fans already can't get enough of them.
For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Cleveland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
And that one's good, George.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Ball with it. George picks him up. The drive-by ball. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Jackson against DeRozan. Jackson passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. George against Ball. George dishes to Duncan. 3 on the clock from 10 feet out. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Duncan. George has got 5 now.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
George against Levine. No dice from the high post.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
A 3 from Leonard. They get it back. Here's Duncan on the dunk by Duncan.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
Covington's shot is off.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
And at 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan, Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forward.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Duncan down low. He's against Zeller, and Duncan throws it down hard.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Levine deciding where to go with it.
2 minutes.
Got a piece of it. Outside, George. Duncan up on top. Back to George. Driving in, and that comes off the assist by Duncan.
Assisted.
George has got 7 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Zeller. Duncan with the block. The fadeaway, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Bulls trailed by 6. Outside, Ball. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And the Bulls making a change here. Williams is checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Outside, Leonard. Duncan left side. And Duncan throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Pass to Levine. It's hauled in by George.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period. Leonard, the pass to Duncan. And
And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
The kick out to Ball. Over Jackson. Good. The putback is no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
To warm up from long range today, their three-point shooting has been terrific in the first half.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
The wingmen, Levine and Williams. Cody Zeller out there with Bell, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tiny in the last game against the 76ers was superb. He scored 36 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling. Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And DeRozan kicks the ball. Back to DeRozan. In the corner, Cook with it. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Cook's got his second bucket.
DeMar's a magnet for defensive attention. You see the overreaction leading to a wide open man.
Count it.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
To the paint. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
No denying Zach Levine's hops. Flies right up and sometimes over the hoop to jam it in.
Johnson outside. Here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Leonard, he's checked in for Robert Covington.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing here by 8. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Johnson dishes to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Bulls have gone 7 of 13 for the field since the start of the second. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Levine against Johnson. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Duncan. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points. A tiny and impressive effort here today.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Duncan in at the pivot spot, manning the...
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Ball, the pass to Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Here's Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Duncan, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
So for the Bulls, Williams, he's checked in for Cook. And Taylor Horton-Tucker subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you. Inside, here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
The assist.
Leonard's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Here's Levine. He's got 5.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's George, and the call on the shot that sends him. Clippers leading by 19. Cook out there with Bell. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Horton-Tucker in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Dishes to DeRozan. Steve, you played 4 years at Michigan State with all the changes, including pro options for the top prospects. Do you worry at all about the college game?
No, I don't worry about it. In some ways, having more players who stick around is a good thing, but I love the opportunities these young guys are getting. Continuity can lead to beautiful basketball. They just have to make adjustments.
Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Ball, and with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Duncan. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Cook. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
There's no secret that Lonzo is an elite facilitator. If you're open, he will get you the ball.
Duncan, the pass to man. Duncan left side. Lays it up and banks it in. Duncan's got 8 here in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Ball kicks to Cook. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
That's the pass you want, orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Feeds it to Duncan. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Terrence Mann, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Luke Kennard. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
What tremendous passing we've seen from them today. A very unselfish performance all around.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
It's good. 41 points for Duncan.
He has really come into this second half on an absolute tear. Really impressive effort from him so far.
From 13, the Clippers grab the miss. Duncan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the inside. 2 minutes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first.
You know, Steve, we've seen a few times in recent years in Cleveland and Indiana, for example, a new coach gets fired in year 1.
Yes, Kevin, losing a locker room can do that to you. It's embarrassing for those teams. When you know it's not working, you better not delay the inevitable.
Zeller, he's checked in for Chicago. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Dosunmu's shot is off. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Gets it to fall from the right block. Bledsoe's got his first 2 points of the night.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
And the rebound goes to Duncan. Clippers have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth, a tremendous offensive outburst.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was
for Duncan.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
And Duncan throws it down hard.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Here's Dosunmu. It's tipped.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's...
This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone. For the Clippers, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Duncan in at the center. And Greg, some players say they watch the standings, others say they ignore them. Which side were you on?
You know, at times I did a little of both, but I typically wanted to watch, especially when my team was relevant. There was a couple years where I had no desire at all to see where our team was because I knew we were pretty close to the bottom.
And for the first time, Greg, in his career, MP was named NBA Player of the Month.
And with all the talent in our league, Player of the Month is a really hard honor to earn. So enjoy it, MP.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Shot clock at 6. Westbrook finds James. LeBron is doubled. Duncan with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now here's Leonard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. In the corner, George with it. Over Rivers, and George gets it to go.
George making nice use of the mid-range look right there. Really good at creating space for that shot.
LeBron passes to Jordan. Trying to get open is Davis. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Here's James. Paul George making his last shot. On baseline, Jay, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by James.
You know, I think the passing skills of LeBron are his greatest asset, and he's got some great ones in addition to that. But his passing is otherworld. When you get open, he gets it to you with exactly the right speed and pace so you can handle it.
Now, here's Westbrook. He had 35 points last game out. Pass to Jordan. Dishes it to LeBron. Back to Jordan. Davis, the pass to Westbrook. Over Jackson. Misses off the left iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the dunk by Duncan.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Jackson against Westbrook. Lobs it up for Jordan. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And here's Jackson. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. And it also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
That ball, nice speed that time from Jordan. That's 7 points for Leonard.
Every time second chance buckets. Didn't play a whole lot of up and back. I mean, they stayed with each shot, grabbing the rebound, converting when they could.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Mann's checked in for George. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Jackson. Mann gets the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Minnesota.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
And the Clippers have possession after the miss from JaVale McGee.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Caruso. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Duncan right side. Outside for Bledsoe. And another three for the Clippers.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
The three from LeBron. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out the quarter with a 20. Lakers making a change here. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Duncan is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jackson in at the one. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Lakers trailed by 14. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Tiny in the last game against the Bulls was terrific. He scored 45 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Duncan brings the double team. Jordan the pass to Caruso. Passes to Davis. Over Jackson. Davis can't get that one to fall.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Duncan. Covington trying to break free. No good from Duncan.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
To the paint, here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Assisted by
Really good court awareness that time from Anthony Davis, seeing the floor and making the right decision.
Duncan left side. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Pass to Davis. Over Jordan. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Now, here's Westbrook. Shoots the three.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion.
For this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? Tiny, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. And they have their big three all out there. Westbrook at the point with LeBron and Davis at the forward. Jordan is out there with Austin Rivers.
That is textbook when you're talking a pump fake. Well executed that time by Davis. So good at knowing how to use that shot fake effectively.
And big men's roles have adjusted Clark in today's game. You take a young Clark Kelly and put him in this style of play, what adjustments would he make?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin. I would love to play this up and down, wide open style of basketball. I'm just not sure if I'd be athletic enough to make it happen, but it is more of a face-up rather than post-up game. And maybe I could be part of a small ball lineup, creating havoc with big guys trying to guard me on the perimeter. Doesn't take a lot for AD to get to the rim. With his length, he can throw it down easily.
Duncan against Jordan. Shoots, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Mann comes in for George. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter, and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Guys?
Yeah, he is a lead in every way, as are you. Thank you. The lead now cut to single digits. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Yeah, you know, Westbrook is dangerous from everywhere, and he seems to be quite comfortable operating in the mid-range, too.
Westbrook against Jackson. And Duncan throws it down.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Westbrook kicks to McGee. Rivers passes to Reed. And here is LeBron. He's covered by Leonard. Poked loose, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds.
He did gain the respect of the basketball world.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Brown. Here's Westbrook. Here he goes. Duncan with some nice D. Here's George. And Davis pulls it down. Here's James. No good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
Terrific IQ. Everything you want in a point guard.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Duncan. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
LeBron passes to Westbrook. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Outside Jackson. The pass to Duncan. Covington dishes to Duncan. Back to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Clippers leading by 12. Inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Duncan. Covington trying to break free. And Jordan sends it back. And it's Tiny with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Lakers making a switch here. Rivers checked in.
On the floor for the Lakers, Austin Rivers.
Here's Davis. And again, the Lakers no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Westbrook with it. Pass to Davis. Shot on the wing. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Duncan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Down low. And Duncan throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Outside, Davis. Rivers kicks to James. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside. Duncan with the block. And it goes out of bounds.
Instincts on D there. Just timing. When to rise up and swat that one away.
Rivers can't get it to go. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively.
You'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Clippers moving the ball around. Outside for Jackson. And the Clippers call time here. They're in, so the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had...
Clark Kellogg and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.